Around 700,000 Wisconsinites rely on SNAP benefits to buy needed food. And if the government shutdown continues, by November 1st, funds will run out for the program. From food trucks to horse demonstrations, the Wisconsin Horse Council is setting up for the Fall Horse Festival here in Merrill. So I stopped by to take a ride through their plans. President Donald Trump and the Secretary of Health, RFK Jr., say studies show that there is a link between pregnant women taking Tylenol and autism. But according to the Autism Society of Greater Wisconsin, these announcements are misleading. People can compete in many different kinds of sports, but so can dogs. And here at Jenny's House of Dogs, they are ready for the furry friends to start making a splash on the new dock diving pool. Here in the Northwoods, we are surrounded by wilderness. That's why it can be important to be prepared when heading out into the woods. That's why here at Tree Haven in Tomahawk, they are hosting a survival class to get residents ready for the wild. China spent over $12.5 billion on American soybeans last year, but it stopped buying after President Trump put high tariffs on Chinese exports. I heard from two farmers now with no place to sell their soybeans and want the trade war to end.
We produce a lot of food in this country, and we can't eat it all ourselves.
Hans Breitenmoser is a Lincoln County dairy farmer who also grows soybeans, but that crop will lose him money this year. He says foreign markets such as China are losing confidence in American markets because of the trade war.
And so once those foreign markets, for whatever reason, decide that they don't need us anymore or can't trust us anymore, then yeah, that's going to have a negative impact.
China is now buying soybeans from Argentina, the same country the Trump administration agreed to send $20 billion. This has upset farmers like John Bartman, owner of Bartman Farm in Illinois.
MEGA now means make Argentina great again.
According to the University of Illinois, the average grain farmer will lose $100 an acre this year.
Why? Because there's nearly 1 billion bushels of soybeans that don't have a home right now.
The Trump administration is considering $10 to $15 billion in aid to American farmers, but Bartman says that's not the answer he was hoping for.
A bailout is like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Government bailouts do not make up for our loss of income. They're designed not to, and they don't work. We don't want a bailout. We want markets for our crops.
Breitenmoser understands trade deals need reform, but wishes President Trump's trade war was approached differently.
When you're a country that produces a lot of agricultural products, and that's one of your main exports, you want to be careful as to how you move forward to make sure that you get the best deal possible, but that you also keep your consumers.
We asked Congressman Tom Tiffany about whether he supports the president's tariffs and bailout for farmers. He said in a statement, quote, "I support efforts to provide short-term support to those being unfairly targeted by communist China, while the Trump administration negotiates a solution that ensures long-term prosperity and fairness for American farmers and American workers going forward," end quote. The Friends of Council Grounds State Park worked many hours to keep the state park clean and clear from fallen trees. I asked the president of the organization to learn more about the process.
Our goal is to assist the DNR in projects at Council Grounds State Park in Merrill to improve the park.
While the state owns Council Grounds State Park, it is run by the DNR. And Paul Thomas, the president of Friends of Council Grounds, says their team will help the DNR with wind damage after storms.
We have a wood crew team that helps clear some of the damaged, diseased, and fallen trees.
Recently, a storm went through the Merrill area, causing some damage to trees in the park. And Thomas was the first one on the scene.
This tree was pushed over and the center trunk actually exploded out.
Once the Friends have the road clear and the trees out of the way, they will use it to provide firewood to the Council Grounds campground.
We'll cut them into rounds, we'll split them, we'll dry them, and then we provide an opportunity for the campers at Council Grounds State Park to purchase campfire wood for their campsites.
And every dollar made from selling firewood goes right back into keeping the park beautiful. But overall, Thomas feels rewarded because of the work he does at the state park.
To do something for somebody else, it's an incredible feeling. And I would encourage anybody to either volunteer or go out and see what the Friends of Council Grounds State Park is about and consider joining our group.
For anyone interested to volunteer with the Friends of Council Grounds State Park, can visit councilgrounds.org to find an application. Reporting in Merrill, Christopher Bouchon, Newswatch 12. Here in the Northwoods, we are surrounded by nature, and with the recent approval from the Lincoln County Board of a new recreational trail, Merrill residents may be seeing more opportunities to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Many years ago, Dean Bovey with the Lincoln County Forestry Department says there was a couple plans to create a recreational trail that would have connected more Wisconsin communities.
A Wisconsin Trails Network plan that was developed in 2003, and they had identified the need or the goal of creating a recreational trail through central Wisconsin with the goal of connecting northern Wisconsin to areas in southern Wisconsin.
These plans fell through, but after Marathon County recently passed a resolution accepting the new plan, and the Lincoln County Board also approved, Merrill officials are hoping to bring it to life. The estimated cost of this trail is around $45 million. And Bovey said the finished trail could be still years away.
The counties don't have, funding on hand for this sort of thing, so there's a lot of fundraising that's going to happen, looking for potential private donors, grant programs, all those kinds of things to come up with the funding to actually start work on the plan.
The new recreational trail would stretch 15 miles from Merrill to Wausau. Lincoln County is known for its snowmobile and ATV trails, but Bovey says silent sports trails would bring new people to the area.
But it would be the longest multi-use recreational trail, summer trail.
While the project is expensive, Bovey was thankful to see the River District Development Foundation of Merrill step up to pay the bill for creating the plan.
That's pretty big ask. It was, of course, expensive, but they felt it important enough to foot the bill on that.
Bovey said the completion date cannot be confirmed until funding for construction is secured. Reporting in Merrill, Christopher Bouchon, Newswatch 12.